Hi friends, welcome to Mindshift Talks with Syed Arif. Today we have a special guest, Nadiya Aslam. She is one of my best friends from Hyderabad, India, currently lives in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. She is a lecturer by profession, having more than 11 years of teaching experience in Princess Noora University and Arab National University in Saudi Arabia. She also worked for one of the esteemed organization in London. Hi Nadia, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hi Arif, how are you? Thank you for having me here.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Nadia, since you are a keynote speaker in school and colleges, I'm sure you get a lot of questions from your students about career guidance. So, can you please share your views on career guidance and present world job market?
Sure, Arif. Absolutely. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to be able to connect to you, and I hope people take value out of it. As you know, career is we neglect career quite a lot, and career being a very important aspect of our life. The irony is we spend 70% of our life working. Major time spent in working. So what we as parents do, we don't spend enough time discussing or thinking about it or thinking anything critical. It's like, though, for example, you have a party and you have to host a party, you need to ensure that you take care of all the things so that the party goes well. But this is something like the career we are talking about. We need to really be prepared for it. We just cannot go the last day and say, okay, I'm going to do this. There has to be a lot of background work, and I think that's what we as parents miss doing, or we as even a 12th grader or a 10th grader, we miss thinking about it right from before. So a very important aspect. So I would really urge individuals to go ahead and think about it and work on it. So start looking at what your interests are, what is your natural talent, or something which you're keenly interested in. So start doing those little work before you take that big decision at grade 10, or in your grade 12s, to think what you want to take in your professional life, as you go ahead to study. So very important. And Arif, what you told rightly is the because of the pandemic, the entire, we have come to a much more bigger confusion as, because yes, I am aware that many companies are closing down, many companies are working on how to figure out themselves. Many companies had like thousands of employees, and they've all now shrunk, right? Because they don't need that because of the pandemic and how the systems are. So there's good and bad both. I think now what we need to know is, don't panic. What I would like to tell the students and professionals out there, don't panic. You need to know when there's great problems, there's greater solution. And when the word solution comes, that's nothing but opportunity for all of us out there. So don't panic. Just give the situation few more months. Let the companies figure out. They, big companies are re-imaging. Companies themselves don't know what will be the next five, what is the job they're going to have in their profiling under their company, because there's so much opportunity that's going to come in, so many things they're going to shrink. But give it some more time and think critically, work and see how, I would say, we've got such a great tool, like tools of in the internet. Use Google efficiently and see if you're looking for jobs. It was not like before, but do a bit more research, get updated, go to the career summits, to have an idea what is actually happening in the world. How are the big companies re-imaging themselves? How are they restructuring? And what are the new categories of jobs? So what I would suggest is, first find your interest and then look in the market where you can fit in on. And there's so many new ideas coming up. So don't lose hope there. If that satisfies, the answer to your question, Arif.
Wow, that's a wonderful tips you have shared just now, and these tips I can say it's $1 million tips. Like after pandemic, the working style has changed, and companies Most of the companies are advising their employees to work from home. Like 80% of the workforce are still working from home. So the working style and nature of job has completely changed. And I fully
Yeah.
agree with you. Like if a person, if he want to get a good job, he has to get enrolled and he has to keep visiting the job summits. Once he keep visit the job summits, there are higher chances of getting a good job and landing a good job. I fully agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, don't lose hope. There's so many ways you can start working nowadays, because if you see, most of the platforms are now open to different, there's a lot of diverse options. You don't need to have just one job. You can have three jobs, it's not like before. People are having 2 to 3 jobs nowadays, and there's so many options coming up. And if you are having some great initiative, you might as well work on your initiative. And there's so many places where they are giving you individuals or the new starters chances to try those initiatives out. So a lot of things available now. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. So what are the best skills one should take up to become successful in life?
That's such a important question, Arif. This is where the world will be going. Education will never be irrelevant, okay? But what is going to be very important are going to be the key skills you as individual have. Companies will just require skills and they'll pick up such individuals. So if you want, very important that we as an individual know what our interests are. For example, I'll just give you a quick example. You're good on a particular technical spectrum. Ensure that you either study on the research articles, whatever material you have, start studying them. If you feel that you still need some more update, try to find a course that will give you more more clarity into the kind of consoles. So I'll just give you a quick example. So if you're an IT student in university, the kind of consoles you have is limited, right? Because the license are not we try to use the free versions. But the type when you come to the main working environment, they have great resources, complete console. So you have a lot of, so try to go and learn such real environments, so you'll get that in training sectors. So I know it might take a little bit more money, but if you pitch in there and you really critically think where to invest your money and do some real professional training, it could be in technical, it could be in share marketing, something very something which you're interested. So go ahead and ensure that you sharpen that skill set, because that's what companies are looking nowadays. They don't want long CVs, they want short CVs. They see the skill and they pick you up, and that's how you go for interview. The process are very very small, but you need to know how to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you, because skills are very important, and today's most
Very
of the companies, they want the updated skills. So the guy who is keep learning a new skill, it will really help him to become successful and get a job of his dream. So
yes.
one should always keep learning, keep invest his time, money, and energy learning new skills and new activities. I agree with you.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, it's always nice to be master of something, because it gives you that edge when
Yeah.
you're in an interview process. And this is especially for individuals who are just finished their studies and they're trying to apply to university. So for them, it gives them a really good edge.
Yeah, I agree. So, I see many people my question to you is how to keep young mind motivated.
Nice question. I would say more than use the tools we have, like internet, like really, if you can use it to your benefit, rather than, I had a very interesting question. One parent said, my son is always on the laptop playing video games, and what can I do? Could you help? I said, if the guy is interested in playing video games and the internet games, just swap him, maybe give him a coding course. He's going to maybe let him rather play games of somebody, let him create some games. So, ensure that you use your time effectively. Time is something that's not going to stay, right? So use your time effectively and see where you could improve. So if somebody is spending a lot of time playing video game, might as well learn something in coding. Somebody is watching a lot of videos or doing some editing or doing some designing. You might as well take it up as a full-time learning. So that's you get what you want also, and you enjoy. So I think kids nowadays are very smart, unlike the generation what we come from, Arif. They know what they want. But if you tell them the right way, if you guide them the right way, that will really help them.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like now the technology, most of the kids, they are exposed to technology, and the technology what they are using are the very advanced technology. We as a kid, when we were kids, we did not get a chance to get access to such kind of advanced technology. So is if
Okay.
yeah, if they use this technology in a right way, it will create a positive impact on them. If they use this technology in a wrong way, maybe there are chances of getting ruined, their career get ruined, or not becoming successful in life.
Very true. And you like it or not, see, this is what we have. We have a mobile, we have a tablet, and we have a laptop screen. So their life, you like it or not, that's how I guess the world will end up. Their life is, this is how it's unlike us. We never had access to a lot of technology. We never had access to phone with so much of applications in it. I mean, there's vast difference. So of course, they're thinking the psychology, what the children now have, and what we, I mean, even 5 years backward, you'd say there's a lot of difference. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a different gen.
yeah, I agree with you. So if an individual has done everything and still not finding a good job, his dream job, so in that case, what kind of tips would you like to give it to them?
See, I know it is, people will find difficulty in finding jobs. Please, I would say to only one thing. There are three ways when you go for an interview. I, as a career mentor, I tell them that you need to be very basically your CV should be representing you in a very good way. So, first of all, the resume might not have been constructed well. So I really urge the students, the professionals, to have a very well made resume, and has to have clarity. So what happens mostly in the jobs, the reason the candidate or the students or anybody who's rejected is basically maybe the resume is telling something and the job is meant for something else. So you're sending the same resume to 10 different places. Ensure that there is a sync. The reason why you're applying to the company, there is a match. So change the resume as per the requirement also. So ensure you do that. And secondly, ensure that you practice your interviews. You read the profile of what the company. So you also understand, assume the questions. It's pretty obvious. So be a little bit well prepared. And even if things are not working out, it's okay. There's always a better candidate. Don't worry. Keep looking. It's always learning. So we should not feel disappointed in that. Take it as a learning, and maybe also see the new avenues. See the new opportunities that we've got. And sometimes it's always nice to try something different. Also, you never know unless you try
Yeah,
it. So,
that's a great tip you have shared, because preparation is the key in anything, any project, any job,
absolutely.
anything. If we do a very good preparation, the results like 10 times much positive. So that's a wonderful tips what you have shared, and I really liked it, because the guy who is applying for a job, he should have a great CV, and he should do a very good preparation before going for the interview. If he do a good preparation,
Very true.
then 99% of chances for him getting a good job. I agree with you. Thank you for sharing
Yes.
that. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, what particular message would you like to share with students or professionals on getting a nice job?
Lovely. I would say, first of all, keep your options open. I'm going to talk as per the situation now. Things might change, but first of all, be very persistent in sending your resume. Ensure that you are following a way, a process. When you feel you're really confused and you're not able to still come to a decision what to do, what not to do, definitely get a mentor for yourself. What happens is, you don't have to travel a long distance. When you ask a mentor for help, and especially when you're confused and when you've taken discussed with your parents and you've discussed with your teachers, you still feel very confused. The kind of decision when you come to take with the help of mentor is balanced. You might not make that great blunders. You know what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah, yeah,
ask for help, and it's okay. We all are, we all come to that stage. We are confused in taking career decisions and important decision of life. It's very overwhelming. It's very it's a pressure for especially a such 20 21s, or even 15 and 16. It's definitely a big pressure for them. So get some help, and it will give you a balanced decision first thing. So that's point number one. And if you've got help, and if you're getting ready for interview, prepare yourself well. Ensure your resume is well. Get a little bit trained of how you're going to communicate. Ensure you're having effective communication, and you will feel worried for going to an interview. So hence practice. It's okay to practice. See the kind of question that so if you're applying for a finance, so how would you get interviewed in that area, that spectrum? So try, as Arif, you said, try to prepare yourself. The better you prepare, you feel a little bit experienced with the kind of interview, so it'll give you a good face-to-face approach. So I hope that answers your question, Arif.
wow. Thank you for coming to the show and sharing valuable insights. And your insights will really help to the students and the beginners who started their journey, who just get a job and started their journey. So your tips and your techniques will really help them to grow up in their life. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Appreciate it.
Keep in touch.
Thank
Bye
you so
bye.
much, Arif. Thank you for having me. Appreciate your time, and I hope
You're welcome.
everyone have a good
Sure.
day, really. So
Sure.
thank you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.